ye. But President Kufuor buy no January, and no Sesano, and no Mr. Owusu buy. Fast forward, 2009, President Mills take you over. January na no Sesano Mr. P.K. Champon, and no de Mame Elizabeth Mills Robertson buy. Fast forward 2017, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency buy. January na no Sesano John Kudalo, and no de David Asante Apietu buy. And then John Dramani Mamaba. 7 January didn't see so. I know behind him say, I did 8 January in the security sector there in Kobe shaky up because can reset. Say Bambo and ya resetter. Bibian you have a the laws must work, there must be discipline in the system before you can reset. So 7th January we are in 8th January in Crawford train. The whole January chomu yan tishe. February bechum tishe. I'm an Crawford that say, Mr. President, you be a yawa, yabre, yanka sabium. 13th March, yes, sorry, you see, President, yeah, consultation, you know, I done drew, and I done drew, you know. Now, Obi in Crawford and Cobeya by 4 or 5 cry, and the back open a bar and ra. I am near IGPD. Yeah, that's so train the account. Me sure say, with time, according to our own plan. Nina beba. So, Dr. George Akubu Dampare, Waba, or and these are lessons that in our own leadership position we must learn. Yeah, no be a naming ceremony and for Sunday no be a niaja. That will be wunu expectedly, I think for soon. Yeah. But we know it is the opposite. Yeah, who nan for badges so be a niaji. That you refuse one for badges so moniaji. It is not normal. Yeah, they be as a leadership student. Yebesua de wumpa obaye no onanti ye na eduhi na opoli oyira kwan no kwan na oyira then opoli what is the experiences that he has to share. So Dr. Akufo Dampare there okotina fie after 6 months or rest we are say Ghana for kan kire say bra be my public lecture bako open up bi okuma munaka me buy again me buy Kwame Appiah Kubi me so for 1 year na Nkofo said this is the IGP Ghana pe on chest on for bianya here politics doesn't matter societal status doesn't matter the law must work na e boy nsam jene so the pacho o yira akwan river that kwan bi na kono kra wum se na nchima
but do we believe say IGP yira akwan at some point and
of course looking at it me pacho police for it onim ma men fa to bitana for him. There are 2 publics IGP biaba observe. Okay. The first public is Omo Shata there from police for almost so senior their moral must be high. Omo da bontin ye nyema I say you see IGP ayade. What is it say IGP akwachi an robada? What is it say IGP crime scene now or reconstructed crime scene da? In Crawford under your distinguished leadership. So yes I didn't you give the police high morale. Apart the second public, Ghana for now me know I can say my joy is to drive from Accra to Anajo. I'm a quite fear. Me who say obi a pie or kwama shuti and obi a kukum obi obabi. Yeah. The discipline on the road should be there. Society should be up and look, protection should be there. And detection should be high. Whatever it is, I say police judgment me know our safety. We should feel very safe. Oh yes, we are. The public is happy, the police are happy, you become the best IGP. But who say public no Crawford say, oh, Dampare the assessment oh President Mananchanka be court say that you what it means near police for say he lost the police angle and was winning the public angle. But you can't win the public angle and lose the police angle because police for na be mama or we leader no obeji udi or man year the discredit will come to you. Kessben. So say police for jubilated to say Independence Day there by day. But it means that or Iraq yes, they will not do what they are doing.
Interesting now, but the larger interest of the Ghanaian people, and say yes, now we are looking at the levels of crime rate. Abba from said police visibility for many years. honorable mene wa ye interview de bia no oka se kromu bedwo visibility no SSA ba. I remember say at the initial stages yedi Oru Akufo Dampare ba it was one of the major advice the man no say obetimi succeed SSA baby a obefa bia no police no yehu omo na bring back the hope and integrity police for nanka womo loso. I mean this aspect many Ghanaians believe say wetimi aye ni ye because ne baby a tokromu bia wonem bia police ni kra motorbike. I mean odinemu a check it. Yes, there might be one or two lapses, but should that be a conclusive factor to say I mean to a far extent baby we should celebrate his going?
Me sure that question way there. Say, omo shata dey sisi ya omo police for. Nientia omo abaji so amoni agi say Dampare kon. Onye ba ko bia even if it is anonymous. No can show. Nientia mo celebrate no. E bia nko opase. Me my age man check. And I can tell you one thing, police, soldier, immigration, uniform work bia no. Ade ba ko pe and I had the magnet out but man they motivate them. And then rank on. It doesn't matter who you are as the chief of any of these security services. So all your wrong promotion back home, you demoralize the whole system. Stop it. No na yejuma. Me na me opinion. O shema se. Ni me hu an say ya be you akọ promoting. Bra me na me supervise minimum. I say oh you hard working. The hard working person must be recommended by his immediate supervisor.
Okay.
In the service instruction, at the hospital say you cannot unless Inspector General of Police or public tour, na operational tour. You know, I say obi, just in front of you, face to face. You know, this is a very professional police officer. It's a promising police officer. On the spot, I debate marker say me promote to see. Sam brand na command na kura so ti hobby. O command na kura ni agisen ya o ye IGP hu ya o promote to enlightenment unto he himself. But who promote obi na omo ye adwuma no. Omo fi say no, this is the worst character ever to be promoted. Because the people who are hardworking are even there. They are abandoned. So that promotion back on is just like dropping poison into the ocean. Look, whatever it is in Sweden, you can't drink it again. Everybody will be better. So whatever you do, so you need police, need peace mission, or they very good police position, whatever it is. About promotion now, I'm telling you, only on contact.
And those are some of the shortfalls. Oru IGP Dampare Enya yana.
Exactly the point I'm making. Sir,
okay.
That is the complaint all over. The promotion system was not very fair. People are very bitter. Can you imagine, sir, Abia, Obi, me assistant commissioner in the rank, you see, I mean, after 4 years, you can be promoted depending on whatever vacancies or whatever it is. Wabo ranking is for 7 years. So vacancy, you have no problem. But the one is Abia junior, you're promoting, the deputy commissioner, how does he AC? You can't tell the person, say, you are not hard working. Because if the person is not hard working, only immediate supervisor, I say, or throw query, and you query the person why the person is not working. But if there's no query on somebody's file, there's no charge on the person's file, and you can't openly, publicly say, Nipano, on boss, you have to bring the person up to speed in terms of capacity building. So why not one charging on so you don't have any justification on promoting. So Nipano, Abia or rank for 7 years. I can't 3 months for Bokofio. Or Mum promote him and I'm in Vancofie. Yen promoto. Okofia, the Tiana or made for near promoto mina. Such a person, or the Yao and a coffee, or the police didn't cry. Oh, let's say police for your meeting, Miss Ombra also. Even in the community that is living, on person of the police, he's gone home very bitter. And I am telling you, this bitterness, if it enters the system, Obi wow, yes, hey, acquire our board rank 7 years and promoting. Me 3 years, and the band and a bedroom. The band and a bedroom. So it becomes a very big problem. So after the police side, I think that near police 4 years, I say, Dr. George Akuf Dampare, why are they a boy and some man, why are they a buafu, but police for not just say, or form the area of managing the people who he is leading. That is what it means.
I see. Interesting. Now, what's your commentaries and upon the release of statement, Minister Kwachifosu Edebaya? I mean, many have criticized and accused him, allegedly, say Obaye as an IGP, extrajudicial killings bebrenano, akoswa ontimi and take control, ma due processes, to a far extent, I mean, people allege say you no ankasa kra necessary you tie commentaries nibia or by wakunipa well you say I mean you are vice chairman to the Interior and Defense Committee money na ye adwuma closely some of these allegations no abamonim mouth substantiating crofo a making such all trances money omo di nkomo ehu ba bia asa rumors nyina no free bana
the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament you investigate rumors. And you pick issues from the media and call your defense and committee meetings. The Defense and Interior Committee, we have oversight over the ministry that is under us. Those is National Security Ministry, Interior Ministry, and Defense. So see, Defense and Interior. We have oversight. And oversight, there are ministers in charge of these agencies. And those ministers are policy leaders. Represent the president in those areas. So our job is oversight over the ministry. We don't have any direct relationship with these heads of agencies. Ministers and what direct relation with the heads of agencies.
Okay.
So what can say IGP there. Defense and Interior Committee, Minister for Interior. The Minister of Interior Baba catch them. Say no, if it becomes a president establishing maybe establishes some commission of inquiry, the president has the right to do that. Because maybe I'm a minister and I'm a brief officer, my main take commission of inquiry. No more, just say, the president can do that. But for the Defense and Interior, apart from our legislative function, apart from our representation function, we have the role to have oversight over the ministries, and we are dealing with the ministers.
Okay, but fortunately for us, the issue bakwa ebaya as a den ora touching head demo committee, I mean the issue about IGP tape near the nyina no kosi saying ene kasa President Mahama Baye they see what Techiman South in 2020 where baba Baye near the nyina he was tasked to investigate it. I mean report ni nyina no crofo bisa say akosi say ana ye no aye manakwe. I mean Ghanaians do not have adequate information on some of these happenings you wasting state resources for a due processes to undertaking and now say you bet me who no cry what's same way munina. But yet we've not gotten to the finality of all these matters. Yet he's no more the IGP. And see you bear any dance say
IGP position in your bidia. I Ghana there, yet the more be said some. And IGP position is Aban is in continuum. IGP position is in continuum. So, say nipa office no. Yet you be a quarter office wa near one and obey. O corner handover files move. There is a pending case. President Amaba directive said me person will investigate all the killings related to 2024 elections. Oguso oye na okoye okwa obetwaso. So say I can Mr. Christian Tete Yohono, Deputy IGP Operations, Nyami Adma, and Debesana Waye, full Inspector General of Police. But take over, I'm sure that matter will be highlighted. Or the Naniba Koho, now, yeah, conclusive remarks on it. Apart from that, Mr. Attached Committee na Okan.
Yes.
It was a committee that was established by Parliament with terms of reference. But you could see at that time that there were signs saying California investigated the whole police administration. And no any problem. People wanted to expand and investigate the whole police administration. Near my court, and I said, oh please, that is not our job. We have a president who appointed an IGP. Near course, the president or that. When they brief the president, we have a police council who advising the president, headed by the vice president. Are they Omuniho? What briefing are they giving to the president? It is the president's duty as the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, chairman of the National Security Council, So when you know, man, a briefing in office no, near corner, the person Mrs. IGP, near corner, the person may establish a commission of inquiry. It is the president's prerogative. But oh, Parliament, Speaker, the ambassador will be actual statement. Nipa na actual statement. Honorable Kofi Amaboa says, "Yeah, I'm Minister for Lands and Natural Resources." Or the statement about, and a reference statement. They say the statement, and we are giving you terms of reference. What is anchored on the statement? Munya investigation. Yes, I say no. Now in semi ba to the point that we can say, "Oh, Charlie, that statement it doesn't suffice." Investigate the whole police administration. And what is that? If you want the whole police administration to undergo an inquiry, go and talk to the president. Because there is a name I so, and yet, me can say me a penny George Alex Manson.
Yes.
Maybe that's a question. Me na George. Me know the age why age for 31 years. Say IGP and a police commander be and a police need and send fata. What is the process? Complete process. You report to the next line of command. And as I say, IGP national officer on your DNA. What is your next line of action? Or say I'll go and talk to him. Have you done that? Yes, I've done that severally. Okay, why you're not in Juma? What is your next line of action? It cannot be Bukulu Nabu's office. No. It cannot be. And I expected him to so you can even go to court. And I mean, so court is the last resort. The fact is that we have a police council headed by the vice president. And as a commissioner of police, you can walk to the vice president's office. Mr. Vice President, my age may for 31 years. Me a commissioner. Me a member of the police management board. Me IGP Niyano. The chairman of the police council will have a meeting and he will brief the president and something can happen. But this is not what happened. So we had a limited terms of reference on a matter raised by Honorable Kofi Boa. It was not our job to investigate police administration. But some who say in California, Yanka mu investigate police administration because in some doso. And I'm saying, that was a disagreement.
That was a disagreement. I don't know, Ghanaians were not happy about it, but said Yawokai and the committee was given terms of reference, and you cannot go beyond that. But again,
anchored on somebody's statement.
Again,
let's call the owner of the statement. Nombra. So Honorable Kofi Amaboa came and said, "This is what I want." All the and I say, it is your statement that has brought the terms of reference. So we'll deal with you and we'll go according to what you are saying. That is it.
Okay. But Honorable, Ejuma dear why yache IGP office and Kasano now your executive secretary now deputy IGP by close of and now a substantive IGP. How well have you known him, and then what competencies does he bring on board as a new IGP?
Deputy IGP Operations, Mr. Christian Ekteyohono. He has 40 years up his sleeves in policing. Or why you manager? We can say we think IGP some 4 or 5 years ago. Because you see, Babia Wadri is also almost editing.
Yes, he'll be 60 years by December, and hopefully over 8 months ahead of him.
Beautiful. And at this, even 6 months, he can make an impact. Even 6 months. He can make an impact in line with President Mama. He can make an impact in the internal security sector by resetting police. I think he can do that. But, Mr. Christian Ekteyohono, one thing I can always say about him, standing out loud. Time I'm executive secretary. Now, if you're a policeman who says police operations in a coffin. In fact, our biting teeth for crime was becoming weaker. And Mr. David Asante Pitu, that Babi Obiamichao. Or tell us if you research the bar, I say no. You see the problem? The police intelligence is weak. If intelligence is weak, your operations will always fail.
Okay.
And what is the reason? Yes, now it will be a special branch. So see, I'm not better than BNI, I say NIB. Yes, a special branch, that anchored police intelligence. And then police for feel a multi-media hegemony. Ombe than a political wing of intelligence. And a police for they don't have any intelligence again. And they've been struggling over years. So as I'm telling you to say, okay, if that's the case, I say, Yan Sankofa. Yes, Sankofa then. Let's create a police intelligence directorate just responsible for crime intelligence.
Kessben.
And he has the power under the service instructions to create a directorate. David Asante Pitu, Inspector General of Police at the time, created the Police Intelligence Directorate. Yeah, created one of the a strong police commissioner, what intelligence, what criminal investigations, what operations, I'll be establish it. And yet, a uniform for your critical paper, so you have to translate from paper to ground. It's not an easy job. Okay, do you know, Mr. Christian Teteyo, offer, we are regional commander, Ubia, Director Operations, Ubia, Director General MTT, Ubia, yes, Rawa. Just that new directorate, we establish it for us. Papa no boy, 6 months. Look, the Police Intelligence Directorate under Yohunu was becoming more powerful than CID headquarters. And that is what I can read. Oh, yeah, you may be brave, commander. But sad dear now be here for 6 months. No, it stood out clearly. Say, only me. Oh man, raw paper. I bet done in the paper be amount. And I think that Onanga has been waiting to be IGP for long. Dr. George Akubu Dampare, Wabeyebi, Yebedanase. But I will challenge him. Say, Yebo Dina Nkrofa Bajo so, say Dampare Abba, Obeyejimani, Obabe Kone Abo Dina Nkrofa Police, what Bajo, Yenia I'm challenging him, say, Okotunafi by 6 months. He should be bold enough and come and do a public lecture on his role as IGP. I hate to be poly. And then me poly. Nyanka me reflect my who baby me form here. And why? The IGP who is coming now will learn. Future IGP will also learn. We should be open. Be open about your leadership. Be open about your shortfall. The institution will develop. Because nobody's an angel.
Very well.
So,
now,
that is what I can say.
Very well. Wrapping it up with you, no, I mean, say yeah, Kasado pay, Professor Ainin and then Imani Africa is in the Supreme Court indicating say a position of a sort, IGP position, no, should be given a tenure of office, and then they were even trying say Supreme Court, you know. I mean, Ebe make a pronouncement to restrict the president from sacking a year Ore Kufu Dampare. But unfortunately, the Supreme Court haven't sat yet. Removal ye Edikai Abba. Have we gotten to that point, as I said, constitutional amendment or some of these things will have to be taken into consideration and say Yebema a fixed tenure of office for the IJP. Na Enkoban said ne abain sisa na ye obi edi to say the woka at the beginning of a statement and in Komo Ayedi.
Me papa David Asante Pitu. Ozi Peter, onyuma pa be di wanim. Sana Bible kan. Obi anyuma pa be di nanim. Eno the BIA me catch the IGP sa me myself and the 3 IGPs as executive secretary. Enye say ukun e na be magana ko ni aji o. Ejuma na wo ye no. I'm suffering. I don't sleep. If you are not sleeping and the results are not making the impact, Master Obrakwa. Look, people want impact. They want results. Near Omodeko Supreme Court, run or more testing. It's good. Yes. Students of law, yeah, kind at least rule in the Baye in kind. But let me just give you a very local, simplified example. Yeah, bodyguard, I'm a Chief Justice. And I'm quite convinced on one I decided the kind of bodyguard up any demand. My president Mama Sara na pay naka say Chief Justice bodyguard no krano yeah the name called Sudan UN mission or mama no ni mo hwe na ya wodro no o Sara na pay one na lady Biasa Bejina ho mbacho Mr. President say me na me your new bodyguard. She will resist it. Ade nipa no onye police ni. Onye police ni. You are training yourself to have a close protection duty amount. Onim no. Obepene, ompene. I didn't know ompene. I don't know police ni. So I'm telling you that in matters of security, nye bibiana, sebio, ana chinchina ya shout say, umpeo. Nipano, onye IGP ni there, only It doesn't work like that. We have not gotten to a point that we can say the public will have a role to play in determining the IGP position or determining even the commander. Of course, some other jurisdictions, community policing here. You can't become Ashanti Regional Commander 2-4 MPs. You cannot. You cannot become Upper West Regional Commander the traditional leader, the Wala traditional leader MPs. You cannot. So we can get to a point that society will have a role to play, because after the IGP or the police commander is coming to provide our security. So we should have a say in who becomes our commander.
Okay.
A good part there at grassroots level can grow up to the point that Becca said, let's have a way to get civil society's involvement in determining who becomes IGP. And Basa, we can talk about security of tenure.
Very well.
So it is a possibility looking into the future. But I can say there, and as I told you, Dr. George Akufu-Dampare remains the luckiest IGP in terms of IGP are serving longer enough after a change of government. In 2001, January, and President Kufuor IGP. In 2009, January, and President Mills IGP. In 2017, January, and President Nana Akufo-Addo IGP. In 2025, no, we had him say 8th January, and the IGP need all the security heads private court, because we are coming to do a reset. Yes, January Kwachum, I'm on Kofokoda. The president of the February Kwabechum. People are just giving up. Yes, sorry, and 13th March. President says, okay, this is my time. I am resetting, but I'm very strategic. Mr. IGP, that's Kofi.
Okay.
And now make us say, I am sure that people are still expressing next Friday there. At the best, now, fresh black.
Yes,
within the internal security space, say a new Director General for Narcotic Control Commission, General Mante Alcohol. A new IGP. I'm saying, fire service,
immigration, prisons,
yes, almost change. And normally, no, these things normally in the past by convention, I Fridays. Only Fridays.
Debbie.
You are born in Friday. You are taking office on Monday, so that Saturday and Sunday, no, the outgoing one, just send the photos near their office, no. But Cecilia, because Cecilia bought Papa Thursday, yeah, and they ever swear in. Which means that no, I mean, Dr. Dampare or Sunday, yes, when in your way, police secretaries. Because they were a man for budgets near the why did you office on the about? Yeah, the bro.
I see. We are expecting CDS in Sobeko, right?
Normally, CDS, they are share the trends over the years. Make actually say January is IGP, January is IGP. Okay, CDS, and it doesn't follow that trend. It doesn't follow that trend. So we did that one to the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Very well. Honorable Member of Parliament for Wa West, Chanope Medasi Papa. Thank you. And the Honorable Member of Parliament for Wa West and then Vice Chairman Edema, the Defense and Interior Committee, the Honorable Peter Lanchini Tobu, Ada Anope Yenino Edin Komo extensively on a year IGP George Akufu-Dampare, the sacking from office. Now, Deputy IGP Christian Teteyowuno taking over as IGP. By close of it, President Mahama will swear him in at the Jubilee House, the seat of presidency. Now, Afe will take over from a year Akufu-Dampare as the new IGP, the new boss of the police service. Enti enohon komo ana yedino. But ma wajin cheno emra 055-056-7929 055-056-7929 eno eye number sa no pay yede eye ejuma enti wadwen training nyina no eba yebekenkan ede ama ha Kessben 92.9 me ni Kwame Appiah Kubi, stay with us na ye ne oni nkomo na yegusua de wudi nkomo about a year budget no na budget no eba ye no nkomo bebre na no ana ewom one after the other. We taking the highlight of it na yetimi ede ho enkomo again. Medical culture one opese President Mahama at a task force womo asudie kese pa no ene se womo behwe ma Accra nkran baby a aye choked gata say muasisi a emansu yiri ebankran no yeba be ransu tobremu o ma se task force no enhwe from now, ekwa June, July, somewhere latter part of May, insuo no ebeshasiye atoto in a major season no, yebetimi akorete ye ho ansana akofa oyenebe ede abreya. It is led by the Deputy Chief of Staff in charge of operation, wano ana eye leader for the task force. Na afi the Deputy Director General for NADMO, and so ekahobe ana the military, and so ababeshim ana afi Secretary to the task force, Mame Marietta Brio Pong, and so ekaho legal advisor to the president. And those are team President Mahama put it together. How prepared are we to see say yebetimi have a lasting solution to the perennial flooding in the Greater Accra region? And open, stay with us. That conversation will come up shortly. Na yetimi ene wo edi ho enkomo. And bra me bo wa maniese Energy Minister Kasa Ura a year Jinapo, and he has given the indication clearly say ECG ne dear, it looks as if say woman na woman yeno, woman ye ready some be profitable. But Andra, President Mahama, any chief executives, any director generals, for a year state-owned enterprises or minor companies a hodo a your minor dian, one mo Asia edi nkomo. The president was very emphatic, very clear in his directive. Say ene say ye di jumebi asha unsa as managing director for a state-owned enterprise. Na okwa kotina ho akoye wadwuma as MD. Wasaid ye say ene is a company no make profit. You must overturn the fortunes of the company from the losses womo incur in the past years to a more profitable institution. Ebeboa ubia. Uye CEO ye do akoto baby a company no aboka in the few years now all these years was said here pa your major preoccupation no and say obey ensure say company no obey overturning the fortunes. Now afe a kana airborne season you begin to break even and then make profits. Okay, and no idea clear directive or man penny diama ni CEOs any MDs now you talk about ECG, you talk about Cocobod, you talk about Tor. Any the keka hu nyina major state enterprises ekankwa wamu gu o mine animu ase kura too much ekankwa enti year in year out je ye kopesika wo baby ne de abe support you ye kasa se say no Bank of Ghana of all people nso ababeka ho. Okay, Bank of Ghana of all the institutions, Bank of Ghana and Swaboka, ye kasa Bank of Ghana, here over 58 million Ghana cedis for a bailout. And sana Bank of Ghana no, wetimia sorry so crutches mudi jinane nice. Yes, once upon a time, we're in this country and they told us, say, commercial banks be a mismanage your more accounts. You recapitalize womu sikasu womu sanfanshem ma banks and say womu nice be. We were told, we were made to understand womu amfasa recapitalizations can cry sanfa nye juma. Womu chiche di ma womu who in forms of loans directors did that the banks nano GGB into ye gu banks no. Today it is the central bank itself. A sector we were promised and we were made to understand say na ababe ye sector bia. A collapse here, na egu financial sector na egu. Yanhweni here would have gotten to a point Ghana fosika in forms of depositor. Wamwako banks ahodo di akogu ho nyina na bedum pempenso bia banks ni begu ma udru bank so kope usika no nka wonsanka. That is what they made us to understand. Wamu yeti asiyesa. Ni nyina akroya no the regulator, the central bank. Ana wone finance ministry no ye sa niema nyina egu banks o Ghana and the central banks na wono no gina an authority so together with the finance minister womo ye sa niema na the previous government no and the same government no before womo APF abai mu no central bank ne di over oka bed yo. The president has warned them wo ko no kontena ho now de koye traveling akese ko conferences akese oko conference ni wi a ensunsuaso bi aba naje salaries akese. The president has said wo yes ade na obefaya wo yes see why your vision must be clear cut in making sure say why you ready wo so betimi manage company ya the company a hye won sa only will board ne bebano must sit down strategically. Mum finding solutions to the lasting difficulties companies when you na come. And yes, sir, your major companies ni bebre. Your major ones who are wajuma bebo, you will live. It doesn't matter whether you won our boat to boy man this bar power another day. So that is the situation where we find ourselves. Now ECG, Electricity Company of Ghana, in the last 3 years, etimia kra equipment, transformers, eka ne ya ye ka say, enkrofo per transformers in their areas, in their your friend is saying electoral areas kra wo munya bi. And so ECG etimia kra equipment, ama equipment no aba begu tema port, enfie miensani yentimi nyi. Demorage containers ni gu no eka air pile up. Say don't acquire 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. I mean, what sort of country do we live in now? Yet the positions man crofua, we are not strategic. One more energy positions, they have no vision. They don't have any better understanding of the areas. Yet we go ahead for political expediency sake. Near the positions, mismanagement in kwa. Ni say yen create contract ni emfa me ma ye namfofo ye the contract ni ma ye namfofo ni party for we a wo mo so kra no sector no ne contract na ade ama no won tiase until the deliverables no becomes low, effectiveness ni ho, efficiency ni ho, ni aye bibia basa na nipa no boso mesum bia ye tuan over 60,000 Ghana cedis, 70,000, 80,000 Ghana cedis allowances my no aje is 2 years 4 years why ye say tam what ya buy bangalo mu won tua light bill won tua water bill no timusa. I mean what dwe niema we hu a sa companies ikura kase se ba na ye ton ni nyina ye floating shares na private individuals se beto na fe companies no they must have a stake. Corporate governance in Yema ya de basa in this country. Okay? Yen setting up board for all these companies, but ye CEOs. CEOs ni ye omu ye yeso omu acti. O just here, but chief executive now wa appointing or take a direct instruction from the board. Ne papa mu kran kese se board ni di kan ba na board no have a say nipa ye appointing no as managing director no ese se board ni hu se ampa nipa we ya president no person who appointing ni die or the competencies na sector na wo de ne ba no ni operations a company no undertaking the major objective, the major business a company no otiase enti wo de ne ba I mean revolutionary obetimi add up to solving the problems of the company. Yanyanisa, Yadika appointed CEOs Naz. So where is corporate governance? Emrana say timidi yes adiyama we nyina yatuagu entinipano kotrona company na eboka enye nasem enye ne private company ya bind the to manage no anyhow. Enti they say board no be ban board ni nya mayo. Board no enya mai, Senate board my, NPA board my, ECG board my. Utie companies ni nyina to hwan boss hwan baby ye juicy no Ghana gas. Wo mu nyina board my. Yet we have acting CEOs. And those CEOs are taking major decisions. It is a board ne be ban na bibia ko wronga. Who do we blame? Do we blame the acting chief executive or we blame you, the president, who appointed no nana? Yemfa corporate governance principles, no, and they said in terms of company law, no, yemfa nyedwuma. They take you all the wrongful decisions in the company the better making profit. Na Dubik Mahama, a timia betina Ghana, abe managing director for ECG. Yay, Dubik Mahama. Watimi Ababa managing director for ECG, Electricity Company of Ghana. Niya kraniema ya the Ghana siko over 13 billion. Ghana cedis a kraniema na niema ni gupot. Yenyo biya mani take responsibility. Enko clear niema no. ECG sika bebra wamu jini nina. Wamu antimi an clear niema. Ama niema ni dasugu ho 3 years. It's a private company. And now be managing. Is this the sort of management? Very poor management, bad management. No value for money, due diligence. Meanwhile, we are told and we are made to understand, say, a quick man, more crabano. The highest lifetime span, 10 years. Enfidiano, Achabro so 10 years. As I say, no crowd now be absolute. As I say, Musa Sunny beam. Yet, Yatinawa, 3 years, 4 years, a trim. And if you didn't cram or clam on the bed, and nobody will be sacked for it too. Director say go on, I will be anwhere bepam. For this gross negligence, obianwo, negligence of duty, obian why you bepam no, because nobody cares. And the minister nankasa ba be complain akyere ye o. Gina ponso ba ye or no minister na be complain akyere ye. Instead of taking action, one more say wo saki, one more saki no. The minister is coming back to the public and the Ghanaian people to complain to us. Yenyan what? Yenyan one more says a no ma one more expert, technocrat. One more says one more year Juma we see Jinimua, me ba hatche, me na matine mu ache no. One more nyina egu ho. The minister no, he is complaining to we the Ghanaian people. They say yanko yomu free omu offices. One more yomu adwuma yie, enti omu de ka asa abeto of mine so. Yet the minister is complaining to us. Enti ye for public service mu, ye for civil service mu until you die. We are the phone cry yentimi mpamo. Now, how do we develop a nation with this bad and nasty attitude? Yeah,
Kessben.
Don't be say yeah, or they don't care. They don't care. You see, can't one prepare kwa kosisi you mu fee ni ade na afi omo ho adwo wo mo ye tua senate de ma wo mo akese mu pa we mu omo adwuma fun ya wo mo ye ye tua senate de ma wo mo de opa ma boso me nso na aban tua wo mo senate confusion ni de da wo be ye wo kroma na ke ti kroma keke ma ye si cafeteria de ma ECG a na wa ba wo so be si cafeteria enti ye ko strike ye ko demonstration. A country called Ghana. MD ni say oba ye no, sa mo kase mo call lunch break aba, it take mu 2 hours, 3 hours na mo mai. Enti yen si cafeteria ni bi wo hwa, ye ma caterers, emetena hwa anya adwuma. Because of that, na mpanyimfu asori say there bi, e de enti aba ya basic cafeteria. Ye enti ase ye ko strike, ye ko demonstration. Meanwhile, say nipa na wo ko demonstration for the building of cafeteria no okay so any panels that the same person zeni yentibinyi enti wa mo homode ma ye nyi mfidie na ene ye be sit down strike ye nya adwuma eno ne ye de o man sika de kokra bai they don't care say yensem hunu dia ECG workers and komo aye sit down strike komo akọ demonstration Mamina was your pay 23 minutes after 8 now. I hire Kessben. Na mena Eclipse collateral management for us. I don't pay Eclipse at that room, but you're about collateral brokerage, about credit brokerage. I want to do more continue year pa. Eclipse will send me more money. I don't pay, but you'll be a way Japadi. Why you crack to a Japadi as well? A simple message, you know, and it's a bra. Now, you first can show to be a property document, you know. And the year Juma na for your chair commission that was so. And see, I don't pay for you and quite who you hear. Masika me ye would that drink as here as answer. Eclipse Mawa Quenya would let me and Jessica. With these pa. And watching who your businesswoman, but your whoop alone. Edi atre wa dwuma mu nso ye ka say pacho collateral e bebo amount saka wo loan no ye evaluation na enso kra enimu enti bank ne say wo monye adopa bra Eclipse in chain na wo mo ne obedi nkobo they will help assist you with collateral and kwa na bebo amount nsa etimi aka osika enti adopa bra na woni ye ebedi nkobo pacho ye wadenta barrier ye be Moses Hospital no e wo West African Senior High School was no chain pair on 0543 832466 0543 832466. Now with the Eclipse Collateral Management in command of pay.
It is a new obvious.
Namina because you do have in prayer center for us. That's right. Hey. But you one more Eddie a year, Giddy Haba Mr. No Eddie Aba. Because you do have for other Robanti, and they one more didn't put him dear Haba Mr. So Eddie appear so. That's a wood here me now, and they arthritis and a how. After you could you must buy and now experience general body pains. But your idea hard dream pa because a Maudipediano a Waposo no a yobo. That why your mrepa. I don't pay Giddy Haba Mr. No, I wouldn't know the Kenya we pa. Food and Drugs Authority for Ashishe Moajia to more and pay my own son can be. I pay typhoid, no abeshow swatch. How I dream pa fever, malaria. You'll be a severe headache, a babetina also migraine. Utifa ate me yo yapa. I know your Hoshia and ye. Odo who are two painkillers, so one no match, and so and come. Nina no pay no Giddy Haba Mr. 100% plant medicine. Emfa bibiano emfa fremo enti wono nombia ebeboa wo pa. Enkodim die Haba Mr. so ewo dwaman so. And then we be a war stomach pains, how are you severe ones? Why we yim to me, yo, yasa, yana wouldn't name problem. I don't pay couldn't dear about Mr. Daroma, a beck cleaning in no dear film. I feel we your bar, but soon me bessie, but your wood inside now what yell. We were hard man, no, the days in to me by irregularities and qua. I don't pay more home or the amounts and come couldn't dear about Mr. Nano no be a beboa. A shaman for Beko Echoes Pharmacy, Repars Ventures, Ewo Kanshi, Hello Herbal, and I feel Angel Herbal, Nina no Ewo Kanshi, Kingswalk Herbal, Madina, Suhum, Uduwa Ubehu, and your 20K Herbal, Kaswa for Ebeko, JB Pharmacy. Now, if you want to be aqua nationwide, Mora and your herbal shops in them, not one sub can be, not what you be in your beauty. So, for 0558 639865, 0558 Now, when they quasi do herbal and prayer center in Komano Pay. For Asiano pay, such a darroman, but your woman production a gumwa who do pay. I don't pay wood chip and I will pay a year extract from aloe vera. I would see you when Nipediano, Emma, when Nipediano color, no, the end of Betosu ye pa. A moisturizer can see a bar, and name who you saw a boa, the variant from aloe vera. A correct, but your boama a healthy skin. And see, I don't pay. This idea and knowing in no ashe chocho shower gel. Say, who you should be Eddie Jaria, but your ever boy a treaty with skin near bar. I don't pay my own side and Kebi. Chocho shower gel no Abraham. And you're number one on the Ghanaian market. I'm gonna need for you no echo, and no pay. Jibina issue. I pay infections. I hold one you now. No chocho shower gel, no a protective with skin, no from infections from the environment. Vitamins are who be brave a boama with nipediano, a shiny yepa, or color no a glow naturally. Na etime abua we. Now we are where you should check your skin tone and no Eddie account. I try to boama skin not bright, but we are chocolate. Upia ya near Husampa, chocolate color na airban. We are tuntum so a boama color no etoso and power with you. And she anope my one sa and heavy. I feel what wrinkles about when him. Na wo pese wo siesie na wo smoothing wo face no ni nyina no yusu eye chocho skin tone na entimemu a pacho weekend ni wo your bow be ko salon be siesie oti wo be wo hro trim ni mu pacho wo de no ye de afin tu mu a aya na ebubu na etiti no pay yusu chocho shampoo the conditioner and afi hair food na ma wo hairdresser no mfanye oti why na ebeboa grow wo trim no naturally afi dandruff no a bebe ji wo trim ni nyina de aboso. But you know, it too as a precope. Emma a very good, healthy hair. Emma woman a very thick. I feel with three no edges, no. At a time, as you two were cooking in. But Pacho anope you use chocho shampoo, conditioner, and a the hair food. Now with the base and no eddy account. A combo product a de ma yes with change. Enti anope your bar. Ma onsanka product in the weekend the first yes with it. Na obeda masipa. Chocho soap drama so rashes. Any cocha who do any clear eddy free with the enemy. Anope pimples and you when him diano aboswa. Isu chocho soap na would what to me a use to ebe cleaning in a no eddy about. Chocho hand and foot cream, but your nantema proper sent back on pabuamo socks in one. And ya de papa anope use chocho foot cream. Now if you the hand cream na strasha one sebebo buama one semua go come up. Anope ko herbal shops in the na ko supermarket. Ko malls a hood in na. Obenya chocho product in the be ewo. Chocho BPT mo blood pressure. Na mo pressure no e ha mo adwa ye de mo atu nroso no. No chocho BPT fatu nsuo emfasi training milk enka na nondom ne saa kwacho acha ye bosome baako oppression ni na better from din na afi ahoto etimi aba we are natural enti nondom bi na ebeboa kwacho koso home in the eastern region ho ana obenya factory no na watu no dodo mu aton opesi ye deliver ma wa kwacho ye trucks ahodo no ebeba no abe deliver edia ma so go on 0551815388 0551 815388 and after 0244 727348 0244 727348 bet me after 0504 555535 na when chocho industry ending but your be port aba na the whole fixed deposit mo champion aba one on the boa mo sika na nyini to me a cassia pie de mo and a pempa jump house can koshe baby o kon wo mo a mo man fa so bia afi wo koju sika na adane boachi bi ni abusi abeda se mame nya adwuma emra na beninsianso atenase na memra ne so babe nkwa homa ne so na bene COP retired bright to draw any enkomo former CID boss over anope wotimen kan Maakye Kessben so ni
oh mejo so pacho bia ho ye
erade adobo bia ho ye fa na onso ho te sen
ho ye na media che
Eda twedi ampo ase se anope nso ode wo nkwa achel na ye kan no Ghana fo nyina no na wamo share mu senka IGP betina ho aye na dwuma kakra orekufu dampare endro aye koda sore ya omampanyin se waje na dwuma eye wadanase onkofie na ninua Christian Tete yo no deputy IGP in charge of operation emra metwa so I mean directive every presidency base ya within the police service no aya sen anamusi efa ejeno
okay me dasi nana o kasena Dr. Dampare yene jumana media agency and contracts yene jumana afi yesi on fana jumanto na udi from take over and this na udi agency how the police officers themselves need enya dia omo epese most of them, let me put it that way, omo pese Dr. Dampare to na jumaso on say agitation enyene na start you a check omo tinchen ya umi ni ekoso police ni na de bia omo ka ebo prison na wo yewi wa change the face of the police wa ye niema bi yo ya omo ka de comport ya wa ye was na omo shese DSC gate no mo ho na ye fefe na the police make us the police ejuma ni ye say ye 2020 dan ye gate no mo ni ade o e crime fighting wo and the welfare of the policemen no hu here and you might be brave here. All decisions that would take affect the police, affect the nation at large. It is a question of Serbia when we say, you pin the police down, officers near the intimidate the police, air course into 120 so when we are jubilation, of course, on running men. You need me basic and it has been happening. I check police for who need to be now on the course. Information messages and for sending that part that no coniate. Say very nice. But the problem is the leadership style. I don't know a problem. Kofu be interdiction. And Kofu be promote be no more be treat home seniors near the and yes, police police no be the line. Ubenya promotion and be away be extraordinarily. Yet it will be extraordinary and be it will promoting within 3 years, they jump on the Danians. It's a whole lot of transfers as a BI vindictive. For complaining about a killing, it's extrajudicial. Say communication, centralized headquarters. It will be see what baby now. The regional commander can't talk. He cannot even speak about crimes within his own jurisdiction. In the headquarters, near the issue with 3 lines. What has come up out of the case? Then I will be you at the back and get it. And the police will now update the that will be Ankata. You, the regional commander, you can talk. Apart from that, vindictive, never be brave and cococoso. Well, would be no interdiction. If the police wanted the now almost the Omonia Brepa Manco Fogusu, Casada Ben, Paprika could be for Frada, Ben, Paprika could be for Frabenti, and now you see autocrats who police officers mess will go for Nema normal year. Look at the police officers, all police officers mess, said it. A Honda officers, a quarter. The recreation, some relax, even retired officers, very nice officers mess. 1 year and over, they are 2 mess for no reason. Meanwhile, every month, be encouraged to officers see to towards the upkeep of the officers mess. Near to what this how what that I then near to the Biana becomes administration now. Minister of Interior at the time, police council, police for agitation, no more concerns about their own mess, no more anti that. They not call the IGP to ask, why have you closed up the mess? And the tours are over 1 year, mess is still closed. It said, will be for Fraba. I said, no baby, more officers to me, I could try to be mess near for relax. Who could try, retired officers, be any active officers to only a bon common, be over, be a 1 bottle of beer, be near Maniama. They're 2 for no reason. And you're not putting here, Kessben. Maka promotion, transfers, and you're many in every one more. Your structures in the system which must be made to work.
Okay.
That's a whole penny. Instead of say being appointment and promotion advisory board, their recommendation, promotion, in our pafa, transfers bar, 1 hour, transfer board here. I think their agitation not does so. One man may transfer me because new be an yet it will be a mabitua officers be over by because these officers also associated with Mr. George Mensa as dictate. And the officers now they were hard-working officers near transfer now. Chief Lieutenant no Karaga. Karaga is one district station. I don't need Chief Lieutenant Nakoto because he associated with Abia Manitua or associated with Mr. George Mensa. It is a victimizing. And your man who will be brain to think almost in Chaya. No man and say nobody knows what goes in the bank of Kessben. Personally fine, we're not gentlemen. But the leadership style was actually the problem. One more interdiction. One more promote to a move above their seniors any deserved transfers and a certain decision, even creation of regions from near day. What went into the decision to create as many as 25 regions instead of 18? The addition of 7 more regions. And there are crabs now, possible those areas. How many units at the base and the other count 1 regions? And here, but even then, no, still I know what transfer 3.5 years. Or by June 1st July or so, 2021. We are in 2025. So it's about, if it is 1st July, it's about more than 3.5 years. The predecessors, this will be a missa. It's what the obey. People are discontent with the way you administer the police service. There are several police officers are almost very happy about the way you handle them. For complaining about welfare can be many evidence. For complaining about UN scan, for complaining about any other degree. And he said, 3.5 years is a long journey. I think that would be some no machine. After all, predecessors will be anywhere from Mr. Last time to your time will be anywhere with these 3.5 years.
Within the police service, there a good news for them, but entirely the country, people think, to say, or buy a visibility, a more appeja. first when them chroma rampant use of siren in yema. I mean, conform famra nyejuma say discipline kakra abaye street so any idea. Baby and them be say police with motorbikes any idea no more yejuma. I mean, these are the ordinary people. I almost feel this and yema or you know, equipu community no any society no at large and the country safe. And internally, if any man no any happy. Could this have been resolved internally rather than say the wire Ghana for Bona Basono? I mean, Yemano and Fantuano from Metuaso.
Let's say the okay, the IGP, visibility, okay, Mr. Lasan and Dubai. Mr. Lasan, the police will crew. They say we are so to say crimes are being committed because we'll be in Kasa. The Kasa origin near the Gabu crimes taking place. Adabraka, better say, security activities, will be robberies in Koso. But even with the police determination, say, Omuma and Kofo and see what is happening, regional commanders are not allowed to speak to crimes within their own areas, you know. Still, yet, if everybody comes out, if every regional commander comes out to speak about the security crime situation in the area, robberies will take place. Visibility is a last time by. I will police for a time, not even Mr. Lassa, but Mr. Lassa had a visibility called certain height. From that time, the police presence in the locality, and at these times, no, motorbikes are back. What are they there for? Just using the patrol. And the human soil, crime prevention methods. It will more patrol money near them. All IGPs have done their part. And he said, more patrol now, that in itself does not mean that the country is completely safe because crimes no go so also in certain areas. The only thing is that
but at a minimal level, Anna.
Yente until the what do you see about that? Apparently, because nobody talks. Never be because you see me on the highways a money you market women a quasi robo. Look at Wale, the killings that took place there. Related to Boku, Yachuobi. Yes, Bloku Kani Kunipa, Yachuobi. Boku is sitting in our war, in your crabs, another boy. Enti, Obiata, no crab, no dear war, why are not familiar? But the people, the police persons now, or administration, if you are doing your part, that's the people are not happy. Your own people are not happy. You display a lot of vindictiveness. We go on more years, more hard working. Me a man also did not go to baby. You speak to some of the officers. So, tradition, promotions, and just a new baby. And then I make some of us they are cast up in IGP who shall call for who encourage you to do your work. Oh boy, you man amount. Oh, they are what what is happening here? I say, Bebiano, una control what to be done. Even regional commanders, you say, open demonstration, you yourself determine what should be done in demonstration. Instead of sitting back and then getting feedback from your officers, maybe and you are the men, the officers and men, majority of them. Look at the jubilation yesterday. What will be that? I know you
won't be there, but I mean, for issues of transfers and promotions, I remember some officers at their court. I mean, those issues, were in court. Now the outcomes, were that IGP to me and Tenase and Kase will promote and now transfer. I mean, the police council, unnecessary Tenase Eshese. Omwa a deal for promotions no yet me aye. And we single out the IGP. Obeka say adwuma no no nko an say taking that decision.
The police council from other rounds to chief inspector it ends at the IGP level. From ASP to chief superintendent ends at police council. From assistant commissioner to IGP goes to president. Now there were structures in the system. We are responsible for these things. And yet, IGP now to the we as my promoter. Your appointment, promotion, and advisory board. We receive recommendation. Those who have served officers ourselves more than 4 years. Napa, no more transfer near share will be near bus, but be an idea with the kakra about IGP or the police council. Then you go and defend. Now, idea Obi for 3 years or so, you promote Obi to chief super from ASP or back for. At the end, police council normally normal years at the end. What was happening? It hadn't happened. At the end, why action will be on from ASP, DSP, superintendent, and chief super. At the end, why? And he said, what happened? Our police council will sit down and allow one person to be promoted in a matter of 3 years or 3.5 years from ASP to chief super. Well, out jump all the seniors. And then your transfer board war. Transfers.
Yes.
Transfer board cried the junior ranks where the IGP. Let's say be now beginning to be now concern be a person show. But transfer board well your POMAP members baby and then other officers and the transfer yet all these things don't happen. Structured no police virtually collapse. Will be a judgment in our if you think the officers will be happy and the interdiction. At the end, Bonnie Kwan will be how somebody has been on interdiction for 3.5 years. Not that's the interdiction. And then a number of issues. We'll go to your but if you had spoken to or you speak to some of these officers, we'll be near my course. And you know, 3.5 years, beautiful. With them, they be okay, or transfer. Mr. Opobo 2 years. Mr. Between 2.5 or something years. Mr. Kudalo Krade 1 year 4 months. Mr. Latenya just less than 3 years. And who look at your talent, what has characterized your administration. Court matters. What did that? Police IGPs, what is it? Yeah, the IGP court say that on this scale, as what will be that. At the end of the there is something wrong somewhere. And you know, and yes, it will be because the administration why yeah, BB, or then across watching this also administration. This also here came at the time and now robberies. This also here and Mr. Usufoku time. Robberies everywhere. And police officers, they were given the to do their work. Yeah, fight in Mutama. Those days, robberies now are in Mutama. They don't go for those robberies. And no, they are Kata Jipina or Momode. Abomodi to one round. That's the time by Okoi.
I see.
Now, who administration is characterized by so many questions, characterized by so many agitations. Now, but you know, between Chelsea and the court, my president, replacing. I mean, who better than work at all my president and replacing? The constitution allows the president to appoint and relieve. It's one and also court.
Yes, it is probably because of the woman who outside.
About no administration at all costs he should remain there after 3.5 years. That means all this here will be because there's almost in every back in every home. The Ben police is able to be there. Then near my boy, but the president in his wisdom say, okay, why are there? I mean, more before from Sumet to us. Mr. Onu also brings a lot of experience to policing. But yeah, IGP. Only ever be drawn to be to me. Now, I made them be an American about meaning Dr. Dampa said consultation was lacking, poor. You never consulted. You had a whole number of retired IGP, several commissioners who have been there. Fine. You do all now, you should have consulted. Even the closure of the mess. And you see anything.
Okay.
I see anything. And the but all and all, no, he has been there for 3.5 years. Ubi Kura was a bit Juma Parma, police was IGP do good when 3 years. No, it is on the Yamiasi, what Bayer do beat me. Ubi ever baby, no accord. But and say Ubi Jina baby no case or injunct president from the place in him.
I see. COP, Mamena Asiano pay. And COP George Odro, and made no Eddie and Komono, former police retired COP, CID boss. Mami name offer any Komona, Meteo of Ankachapa, COP retired, Yawe Dujima, former Ashanti Regional Commander, former Director General Operations. Over Marching?
Yeah.
Now, of I'm pumped to say, Meteo Nkajo.
Who ye be Piaboko.
say you are no pon and no kotra baby teen.
Aye.
This ana mabetra baby teen na me hwede eko.
Na wote baby dia of outemu a wo hwei. The eko is a necessary eko no ana na dampare ye bo ni din krofo ani jepa. As a no anso ye ban letter say on kofie. Within the police no krofo ani age. E de enti aya ekoba ni say.
Me shasia dampare na me commandant of the police college me na be training no. Na obeye IGP no mantene da one friend crowd.
I see.
It is now it is how can be about consultation at dear back one police enemy meaning the intia. I saw making which must subjecting to in the idea of the other and after to police don't control. Consultation ya dia obi aye ni hu IGP a what call retirement the abaso te so koni nchen according to din komo ani tie no be chere say obi akwa bontia na bibia bia unim no naka aka ho better na din komo akoda ba ko no bright to do you no
a George Drew.
George Drew, okay, the damn guys are bright. So many of them are called chassis. They are said they are cancer. He brings a wealth of experience. They bring opportunity. They bring the beer opportunity. IGP for be bring. What more make babu bomb in it? Be a better. Said they all can. Any time they crowd almost at you. And the past any police for the cry a moment will be and team in cry. It is will be car. Now, Occasionally, who said yet here, a human, a civilian, the police, a human. Yeah. Well, there's any person a duty, a police for no. The obey a woman who said, woman on cross over human with him, and no, a him pa. And very, very important. It is a question who says civilians budging is what. Let's say, or no, or yes, civilians were not paid there. The police a Jumana and Fadani Yeno. And then there were more Mabasu and woman Yeno. To no credit, you know. British Jones, so be any police penny be a IGP. Some well be can be any not the IGP, police penny be a so will be regional commanders. Obi any regional commander din. Me say I'm TRC here, me police say commission rank no. Me di mo 8 years. Ana me be fie. Ata brevet we will be say why na wo bo ahafo, why na wo ha. Me wa ka obi ahye. E no no kwa na adwuma no wo ye. E na civilians so budget so, budget so. E no. Because any ma be civilians no power no. The police phone you power them dada. Wakobase any people influence now get the police phone pa. Ukwada woman no yet man. So when you the other usahine na yeka police sign now usahine whatever. What is akwada bia no interest. Osro so beka be because as far as can any in favor of the IGP notice. Which is one way you not
now of my miss away ye say you say we process here who serve the interest of the larger Ghanaian community and now say women no woni omo ye adwuma wo mo na ye immediate people as say we serve wo interest and sana I mean civilian ni nyina no general interest no aba how should it be positioned
yo IGP any part now e would kwada no na only pa wo a police phone wo na wo best serve the larger interest of the public eki police phone na bebo uchido ama wojina na watuma ye adwuma